Okay, so here's the unit. It's got a locking nut on the end so you can adjust the length. And then this, let me go to my guide because I'm still not completely sure what I'm talking about. This setting here is for rebound. That allows you length by undoing that locking nut. Then on this side, there's your preload, which I've set. And then finally at the top, can you see there's a ring there, which you lock down, and that'll compress this spring, take it down. I'm marking it already. But yeah, a pretty good looking unit. Now, as I say, I wasn't too sure about what those little sleeves were, but Paul, my friend around the corner, said it can be that when you fit these to your bike, there's too much play, so you can sleeve it. He said you don't want them to be completely tight, there's got to be a bit of movement in them, and likewise at the top. So he thinks that could be the reason. He said, you know, put a little bit of bronze grease in there and then put the bushes in, and we think that's the reason. When I take the OEMs off, I'll have a good look as how they come apart. One of the things it said was, Fxcnc said was, it's a lot easier fitting them if there's two of you. One can hold the bike up while the other. So the job begins, and we got a rattle gun, hooray. Stripped it down like this, and we've already realised one thing, that this is getting in the way. So that's going to have to come off as well. So much for 4 bolts, but never mind. I got some good help this morning. We're just having to undo the rack because it takes the place of one of the washers. There's 2 at the top and only 1 at the bottom. But other than that...
And I'll point out, Graham got the right Allen key straight away.
Which is a small miracle.
Right then, so now...
So the beginning article with the Öhlins, tongue-in-cheek. I don't know if I'm going to use that or not. So one of the things, this is Paul, by the way, you'll have seen him before on one of the vids. I wasn't sure if these were sided, and the reason why I asked Paul if he'd help me was he's an engineer, he knows what he's doing, allegedly. So, but yeah, I weren't sure what they were sided or not. And they want sleeving, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the other question has just been answered there. It comes with these sleeves as well as the key for doing the, is it compression at the top?
Yeah.
And we weren't sure if we need them. We do. There's no how-to video on these, no, let's get this right, Fxcnc Chinese Öhlins knockoffs.
Top of the range.
So, but they seem great, and we've had a good look at the spec sheet, and they're rated at 110, and they'll carry 200 kilos, and I'm 120 kilos. So, there we go. Definitely need the, it's a shim, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a shim.
Definitely need the shim on this 2018. Okay, Paul's just saying the problem is with the exhaust on the offside. The bottom comes off first, and then swing it up, look like he's doing, and then it comes off. So that's the old shocker going on. The sleeve goes in the new one. I just said, did he want some grease? And I've still haven't got it. Shall I go and get you that? Yeah. In the end, we didn't put any grease between the sleeves because it's a copper sleeve. So putting copper grease in doesn't make any sense, does it? It just makes a mess. So yeah.
Just going to put these on just so it doesn't slide off while we do the other side.
Yeah, okay. So just putting the acorn nuts back on just while we do the other side so we don't lose it. But the beauty of having 2 of us is, in worst case scenario, I can grab it if necessary. I cannot tell you how excited I am about doing this little job. The Pulse 250 that I had, I did all this to it, and that's why I think I enjoyed the bike for so long because it was constantly evolving. And you dropped asleep there, Paul. And I think this is the way the monkey's going to go. I watch a channel called Carbon Pit Bikes, and he does a lot of this stuff with his monkey. And that bike went to Italy this year, would you believe? Now then, do you need a lift?
Not yet.
Just a bit. Oh, it's so light. That's the beauty of the monkey. Paul managed. I couldn't do that on my own. I ain't got the strength in my arms anymore because of the arthritis. But and there's the thing. Will that rack now go onto?
Yeah.
Oh, it will.
Yeah. Just using that screw to push it in place.
Ah, I see. Right. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, so pushing that copper ceiling using the acorn nut.
And then we'll put this rack back on.
I should have timed this, but well, we've only been about 10 minutes up to now, because I actually came out here bang on half past to get stuff out of the garage. Okay.
This might need heightening up.
Yes.
Lifting up a bit.
Yeah. There's three-way adjustment on these shocks, as I told you before, and you can lift it up. I think it's about a maximum, it's just over, imperial, about half an inch, and it's that down there. You slacken that off. And there's a picture of it. He does it on the O-rings, and these are so close to the O-rings. It's ridiculous how they get away with the production of this. I suspect it's simply because it's China.
Oh yeah.
And I can't say I'm particularly worried about the Chinesium thing, because I never had any problems with my pulse, and that was 100% Chinese, with a little bit of Japanese influence from Suzuki. So
should have done this yesterday after tea.
well, when I was out for my first birthday dinner.
So it's done for you.
So it looks the dog's naughty bits. Absolutely brilliant. Right, and yes, Paul didn't forget 29 Newton meters, and it's a 14 socket. That's that.
That's 28, so now we'll do it to 29.
So we took it up to 28, and then this is up to 29. There we go. Click, click.
There we go. Done.
That's it. They're on. Don't they look good?
Shouldn't need to.
So from start to finish, 28 minutes. No, got that wrong. 18 minutes. Got 28 on the brain. 18 minutes. So night and day difference. Just sitting on it. Hopefully I'll get the side stand up. But as soon as I sat on it, you can feel so much firmer. And we've done nothing to it at the moment. Nothing at all. So that's a result. Excellent.
Happy with that.
Yeah, I'm happy with it. It's brilliant. Yeah, that's good. So one thing I didn't know, and Paul's just pointing out, can you see there? There's a couple of little Allen key holes, and you screw them tight, and it stops this. Which one's that? Compression. No, it's rebound at the bottom, isn't it?
So that's going to spin round.
Yeah.
There's a click on it, but
Yeah.
just to make sure, so that you just,
Like this. If you can see.
if I can get it in the hole.
And that locks them off. So nothing can change now. Big success. Big success. Happy days. The Allen key we want is 2.5, and I've got a 2 and a 3. Typical.
No, it's between 2 and 2.5.
Ah, right. Okay. Did you get that? Between 2 and 2.5. So that's the finished job. Isn't she pretty? Really pleased with that. Really pleased. Yeah. And I'll take it in the garage and show you the problem that I was having with the other shocks. Okay, so I kept the OEM shocks, and they're in here in the box, along with all the tools I need for adjusting my new shocks, which I have to say were very easy to set up. And let's see if I can show you the problem. That's not showing it to me. Here we go. Right, let's get this in the sun. Okay, can you see that yellow rubbing on the black at the back? Look, you see? Paul said they were collapsing and rubbing up and down that post. And these are only rated at about 70 kilo tension, so they're probably rated at about 110 kilos carrying capacity. Now, the shocks that are now on the bike, the tension on them is rated at 110 kilos, and the total load they can carry is 200 kilos. And he said, looking at them, he said, these are a universal sort of one size fits all type of thing. He said, but for the type of motorcycling you're doing, pootling along on country lanes, he said they're absolutely perfect. You give them a real good thorough going over. Paul works, well, he used to work for BAC Systems. He's a stress engineer. I forget who I think it's Vosper Thornycroft, something like he works for now. But anyway, whoever it is, he works on submarines, on the diesel fleet now. We used to be the nuclear fleet. So he's a clever kid. He's a mathematician, that's what he is. And he came around with his rattle gun. He said, right, let's time it. And it was 18 minutes from the start of the job to the finish of the job. And he made it look so simple. And having watched him do the job, I could now do the job. And it just all went really well. I've learnt a lot this morning. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll speak to you all again really soon. Bye for now. Bye-bye.